Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for Tuesday, August the 26th, 2025. And in the news this evening, St. Thomas police list the person of interest. The St. Thomas police have listed a man as a person of interest who they believe can assist them with an ongoing investigation relating to a shooting incident on Swamp Road, Yallas in the parish on August 18. He is 33-year-old Osheen Burton, also of Swamp Road in the parish. The police say anyone knowing his whereabouts is being asked to contact the Morant Bay Criminal Investigation Branch at 876-982-1027, the 119 police emergency number, or the nearest police station. Veteran interpreter claims she is being blacklisted by Jamaica Debates Commission. Jamaica's primary sign language interpreter, Antoinette Aiken, has made claims that she is being blacklisted by the Jamaica Debates Commission after the first of 3 debates between the country's top 2 political parties took place on Saturday without interpretation for the deaf community. The JDC told both the Jamaica Association for the Deaf and Ready to Sign that they are not under any circumstances going to work with Tony Aikens. Aiken revealed via videos shared to her Instagram page. She noted that her exclusion is particularly concerning given her experience. The reality is, when it comes to political debates, I am the only one qualified. There is nobody in Jamaica that can manage. When it comes to policies and the programs, you have to be able to explain that in a split second, she shared. According to Aiken, she was told that to participate in the debates, she would have to be in the background and feed signs to another interpreter, an arrangement she says she was advised legally not to accept. The interpreter shared that she has worked for 20 years and it would be an insult to the work that she has done. This has to do with a choice and a personal decision the Jamaica Debates Commission made. They decided that they don't want to work with me for reasons they can't say, she claimed. Aiken insisted that the issue is not about her availability or competence, but about being deliberately excluded. It's not about not being available, it's not about not being able to provide access, it's about being blacklisted, she said. She acknowledged that she has heard criticisms about her approach, but said, "The only thing you can say is that I have stood and advocated for the deaf community, and I'm my community that. Una no my community. Deaf people are my people." The second debate takes place Tuesday night and will focus on the economy. Bus driver killed in crash in St. Anne. A 27-year-old bus driver perished in a vehicular crash along the main road in Landover in St. Anne on Monday. Dead is Estashi Grant of Mile End District in Ocherios in the parish. Reports are that about 5:15 p.m., Grant was driving a 2014 Toyota Coaster bus along the roadway. Upon reaching a section of the roadway, he collided with a motor truck attached to a tractor trailer. The bus was extensively damaged, and Grant suffered severe injuries and was assisted to hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries. The Runaway Bay Traffic Department is investigating the matter. Scheme boss charged over stabbing at a party in St. Elizabeth. A man who stabbed another in his abdomen during an argument at a party in La Covey, St. Elizabeth, was on Monday charged. 23-year-old Kenneth Morris, otherwise called a Scheme Boss, a musician of Newtown District in the parish, is charged with wounding with intent. Reports from the Black River Police are that about 2:35 a.m. on Monday, August 4, Morris was at a party when an argument developed between him and a man. During the confrontation, Morris used a knife to stab the man in his abdomen, according to the police. The man was transported to hospital where he was admitted in serious but stable condition. A report was made to the police and an investigation ensued. On Monday, August 25, Morris was pointed out and apprehended. He has since been charged. A court date for him is being finalized. St. Catherine businessman charged with a fraud over car buying deal. Kidston, St. Catherine businessman Garfield Johnson has been charged with a fraud for allegedly pocketing almost $3.5 million from a woman who paid him to purchase vehicles. Johnson was charged on Monday with a fraudulent conversion. Reports from the Spanish Town Criminal Investigation Branch indicated that between February and August 2025, the woman paid Johnson $3,480,000 to purchase 3 vehicles on her behalf. According to the police, she became suspicious after several months passed and she did not receive the vehicles. The police said checks were made and it was confirmed that the vehicles were not purchased as agreed. A report was subsequently made to the police, resulting in Johnson's arrest. Johnson is scheduled to appear before the St. Catherine Parish Court on Thursday, October 16. EOJ to address a PNP complaint regarding polling division relocation in St. Catherine South Central. The Electoral Office of Jamaica is to discuss at a meeting scheduled for this afternoon a formal complaint lodged by People's National Party candidate for St. Catherine South Central, Kirth Matthews, regarding the relocation of the polling station for 7 polling divisions in the constituency. In a letter to the EOJ, which was also copied to PNP General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell, the party's representative on the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, Matthews objected strongly to what he described as an unnotified and politically biased change. According to Matthews, an entire cluster of 7 polling divisions representing more than 1,000 voters was suddenly shifted from St. John's Primary School to St. Catherine High School without a prior notice to him. He emphasized that the divisions affected cover communities along St. John's Road, which he described as a traditional PNP stronghold. The intent is retrograde, risky, and politically biased, intended to suppress votes, Matthews charged in his complaint. He added that the move raises safety concerns, recalling past incidents of violence involving voters from the affected cluster. He said this history was the reason the polling divisions were originally established at St. John's Primary School. Matthews stressed that fear among voters about having to cast their ballots at St. Catherine High School is palpable, warning that the relocation could discourage participation. When contacted, Director of Elections Glasspool Brown confirmed receiving the letter of protest but declined to comment further. He said the matter is on the agenda for a meeting scheduled for later today. Attorney says a woman charged with harboring a fugitive did not know he escaped jail. The St. Catherine woman who was allegedly held in the company of Talik Chambers, who had escaped from the Constant Spring police lockup, was remanded until September 2 when she appeared in the parish court today. When Jan Shamar Holmes appeared before acting senior parish court judge Janelle Nelson Gale, the Crown opposed the bail. The court was told that the accused was charged with harboring a fugitive under the name Shamar Holmes, but investigation revealed that her registered name is Jan Holmes. She is also a person who associates with persons of questionable character, and giving a wrong name suggests that she is a flight risk, the clerk of court said. In applying for bail, attorney at law Denise Hinson said her client gave her nickname Shamara but did not intend to mislead the police. The court was also told that she was not aware that Chambers had escaped from police custody. Your Honor, he was not found at her house. She did not transport him nor facilitate his escape. He simply sent a taxi for her and she visited him at the location with a 9-month-old child they share, Hinson said. It is alleged that about 10 a.m. on August 20, the 21-year-old accused was held in the company of Chambers, who had escaped from the Constant Spring police lockup. She was arrested and charged with harboring a fugitive. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.